What's going on, guys? If you're running a local business right now, like a plumber, electrician, or maybe you have a marketing agency, you're noticing that leads are starting to come down and that your space on Google, the free space where we've optimized for so many years, has shrunk. Now there's a lot more pay per click. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get the best free listings and also how to get the cheapest pay per click. So watch this. This video is dedicated to my friend, Darren Marion. I love you, brother. All right, what's going on, guys? Thanks for joining me today. My name is Brett from Mindsaw, and today I want to speak to you about your shrinking amount of leads coming through from Google and what we could do about it. So let's jump right in. So this is the area, this is the most clicked area for local search. This is the area that I specialize in right here. Google Maps, Google Business Profile, right? This area right here. And I'll tell you something, I've had to make adjustments in my agency to get my clients more leads. You see, years ago, this was the Google 7-pack, then it turned into the Google 3-pack right here. And now what Google is doing is they're placing a lot more ads on the page and providing a lot more distractions for the customer. Well, what do I mean by that? So if I type in plumber near me, right, I could go to AI mode where AI can now do a search for me and do all the vetting for me, right? And I'm not just going to type in, plumber near me. I'm going to type in, please give me the 3 top plumbers in my area who charge the least amount of money or could come out 24/7, right? And what Google's going to do is going to use Gemini to give me those answers. Now, these answers are pulled from 3 places. They're pulled from the website, they're pulled from the Google Business Profile, and they're also pulled from reviews, right? Those are the 3 main places that the areas are pulled from. So you want to make sure that your website is up, your website, your reviews, and your Google Business Profile is up to date. So the other thing I could do is I could do an AI answer, right? I could click that and I'll get, I could now go back and forth with Google and say, well, I need a plumber and I could, that is 24/7, but is maybe woman owned or maybe, whatever preference I have, right? I could go back, or I can't spend more than $100, and Google is going to go back and forth with the AI answer for me, right? And so those are 2 distractions right there for me. Whereas usually I would just, 2 years ago, I would just click go and I'd find the plumbers near me. There'd be a small ad section here, and it didn't have these, these call buttons right here. See how easy it is to get a quote and to call? This is a paid section. This is called local service ads right here, right? So it's so easy for somebody to just go, okay, plumber near me. Oh, let me get competitive quotes, or let me just call this phone number, right? Because they think it's Google Maps. Or they could also go with the sponsored results, right? Call us right here. Now, if they scroll down, there's no call us button on the Google Maps section, right? Google Business Profile. What somebody has to do is they have to click Westgate Plumbers, and then they have to call from here. Now let's take a look how it looks on. Now it's not all gloom and doom. I'm going to help you with this, but I just want to show you what your starting point is, right? So if you're on, a cell phone, right? You have the same thing. You have your other choices, your AI choices up here, and now look, you have the call button, but this call button is only for paid ads. You'll notice that if on a cell phone, there's nowhere to click to call, tap to call. And that was the best feature about Google Maps, is that, most of the traffic came through from Google. You went on your cell phone, you did a search, you clicked tap to call, and it worked out so well that Google took it away, right? So what I need to show you is how do we increase the leads without going crazy on our budget. Now, I want to say something, that in order for you to have an effective campaign these days, you're going to have to start to pay. You don't necessarily need to pay Google, but you're going to need to pay. And I want to show you. I want to show you 3 ways. One includes Google, where it's a lot cheaper and you get a lot more bang for the buck. So let's do that next. Hey guys, so some people want the shortcut, right? They don't want to watch this anymore. It's going to be too complicated. They don't have enough time. And even though I'm showing you step by step, what to do, there's only 24 hours in a day. If there's something that I could do to help you, please come over to my website. It's called mindsaw.com, and just click the Let's Talk button. Just fill out the short form, and let's set up a quick 5 or 10 minute consultation and see if we're a good fit for you. I'm not going to try to sell you. That's not what we do. We just have a quick conversation and see if we're a good fit, and then we take it on from there. So feel free, come over to my site. It's mindsaw.com, and let's get back to the 3 pay-per-click things you need to do to get your business back on track. All right, guys. So we need to bypass Google to get more clicks, right? And we can't pay, $75 per click for a plumber near me, or $50, whatever it is at the time. Microsoft Bing gets 5% of all the internet's clicks. Now, you may be saying to yourself, who uses Bing? Well, there may be somebody saying I do, right? When a lot of people buy laptops, Windows-based laptops, that is the default browser search engine is Bing, right? So a lot of people just don't change it, and they wound up using it. So if we type in plumber near me, right, you get slightly different results, but the pay-per-click is a lot less. So for example, on Google, it may be around $50, $55, but on Bing, it could be anywhere between 20 and 40% cheaper, right? And you could pick up 5% of all clicks right here on Bing, right? So that's one option for you. Now, setting up the Bing account will take a little bit. There's plenty of tutorials on YouTube. I didn't want this to be a 2-hour video, but this could be banged out in about an hour, where you could learn how to do this if this is something that you want to do yourself. I'm just trying to make you aware that we don't just have to sit here and try to get on Google Maps as it's the only way to get leads. We could throw $250 a month at Bing, right? Another one is OpenAI. ChatGPT now has a pay-per-click. Let me show you what that looks like. So check this out. ChatGPT handles around 500 million to almost 800 million local searches a day, right? So people are now going to ChatGPT to search, like I said earlier in the day, like I need the best plumber near me that also does 24/7. Like they'll type in this whole paragraph. It's no more about being found in keywords. Now it's being found in these long terms, these sentences, right? You want to be found for that. So right now, ChatGPT is a lot cheaper than Google. So you just come over to what's the address? ads.openai.com. And you just follow the prompts here. It'll create an ad. It'll set up an average daily budget, which you could adjust, right? Like I said, in this video, I'm just making you aware that there's other things you could do besides, trying to only get found organically. That, you can be found in Bing, which is taking 5% of all internet clicks. You also, ChatGPT, which is getting anywhere between, 500 million to almost 800 million local searches per day, right? So you want to be found for stuff like local plumber, local electrician, whatever you do, lawyer, right? So that's the second one. The third one is Google. And of course, a lot of people heard of this one, but it's the most clicked. So I want to review it. All right. So look, if you have the budget, right, the best one where you're going to get the most bang for your buck is right here, local service ads. right? Somebody types in plumber near me, dentist near me. It's just tap to call right here. You're on Google. It's getting over 90% of all web traffic searches. But you're gonna pay something that you would pay maybe $13 on ChatGPT. You may pay $90 on Google, right? But you are going to get the most amount of clicks in local service ads. My company does all three. We do Bing, local service ads, and we do ChatGPT as well as Google Maps placement. So if you're interested, come over. But there are requirements to be found in local service ads where Bing and ChatGPT don't ask you for these things. So, for example, they do a background check to make sure that you pass any criminal history and identity, make sure you're doing business on the level. Also, license check. So you have to upload your license and as well as your insurance verification. Now, just by adding all these and giving them to Google does not ensure that you're going to be in the first 2 or 3 right here. Right? So what Google does is they want to see the amount of reviews you're getting on a steady pace. So for example, I could have 1,300 reviews, but I haven't got a review in 6 months. I'm not going to be here on local service ads. You could have 25 reviews, but you're getting 5 a week. You're going to show up here. The other thing is how fast do you answer the phone? And do you answer the phone? If you don't answer the phone on local service ads, they're going to drop you. Right? Because it goes through the Google system, right? So there are 3 ways besides Google Maps or organic rankings to be found. That's Bing, it's ChatGPT, it's local service ads. It could be all 3. It could be a combination of 3, but it's 2026 and everybody's tightened up their games. It's pay to play. Right? So I would suggest definitely keep on the organic because let's face it, these clicks are free. You could get as many clicks, you could get 1,000 clicks here and it's still going to cost you whatever your SEO charges you to get ranked here or if you do it yourself, right? You get 1,000, you get 2,000 clicks. Whereas if you get 2,000 clicks in local service ads, you're going to run up quite a bill. However, you're going to make money from it. So I hope this video helped you. I make these videos for you so you could help yourself and so you could help your family. Yeah, I make them so people may want to use my service as well. But I remember when I first started, I didn't have the money for ads and I didn't have the money to get, to get found on Google. I had to learn everything myself. So I'm always speaking to my younger self. Like, what would my younger self want, right? I'd want to understand that there's other ways to do it. And if I want to explore each one, I want to learn how to do local service ads or Bing ads or ChatGPT, I could go off and do that. Or if I'm starting to put a budget together where I could say, hey, I'm working already 12 hours a day. I don't have time at the end of the day to do this. Let somebody else like Mindsaw or another good company take care of this for me, right? So I hope this video helped you. I want you to be good to your family, right? Always kiss your wife, always kiss your kids, be friendly to be loving to your family, not friendly, even be loving to your family, be good to your family because they're your greatest asset. And don't forget, that's the reason why you're doing this, right? This isn't beer money for anybody. This is better schools, vacations, house for your family. That's what this is all about. So anything I could do, feel free to give me a buzz and have a great day. Thank you.